few months ago, I went to the movies to watch Companion. The trailer hadn't told me too much, only that it starred Sophie Thatcher and Jack Quaid, and that it was gonna be a violent romantic thriller. Already from this 1-minute trailer, I was sold and very excited, and went to see it in theaters day one. Now I'm about to mention some minor spoilers if you haven't seen Companion or the second trailer, so just beware. The movie tells of a couple who go to this getaway in the woods, and things start to get eerie from there, and that's literally all I knew about the plot going in. So I was pretty shocked when 20 or 30 minutes into the movie, the main character Iris was revealed to be an android the whole time. Only after seeing the movie had I found out that this was not everyone's experience, because the second trailer for Companion actually revealed this twist straight up, and I somehow avoided watching this trailer and hearing about this in the discourse for the movie online for quite a while before I watched the movie. But audiences weren't the only ones disappointed by this major spoiler that the marketing revealed. Director Drew Hancock has said outright that it wasn't his idea but more Warner Brothers to reveal the movie's true nature, saying that they had to find a way to market it as more than just another thriller to get people to actually pay for it. Unfortunately, this is not an anomaly in the modern day movie marketing landscape. Trailers are spoiling so much and unnecessarily, and I feel like they've gone so far away from what a trailer is really supposed to be. A trailer is a short advertisement that highlights key scenes of an upcoming movie in order to attract people to see that film. A trailer, like any other advertisement for a product, is supposed to convince people to spend money and go see the movie, or if it's a streaming film, click on it on Netflix, Amazon, etc. So now we've established that a trailer is a piece of media with a mission. Now let's talk about what a trailer should do to accomplish that mission. First, a trailer should introduce the tone or genre of the film in order to make people understand, is the way this movie feels gonna be for me? Second, a trailer should establish promise, whether that promise be action sequences, humor, romance, or scares. But trailers also often attract viewers by letting them know if there's a famous actor or 2 or 3 or 4 that they like and therefore should check this movie out to see them in it. And trailers present the premise, the story, the log line, what's gonna happen in the first bit that's gonna hook you, and the rest is for you to experience. Unfortunately, this is where things get out of hand. With this in mind, a trailer should usually need 30 seconds to a minute and a half to establish whether this movie is worth your time and to attract a viewer that would likely enjoy this movie. But lately, we've seen trailers get longer and longer, and this is not stopping. Many movies are releasing 3.5-minute trailers, and this is becoming like a regular thing. If you've seen any of the trailers for like the last 4 Fast and Furious movies, they feel unwatchable because they're all like almost 4 minutes. And I remember that the final trailers for Fast 8, 9, and 10 always reveal the scene in which Dom actually defeats the villain, which also defeats the point of paying to see the movie. And there's just so many cases of unnecessary spoilers in marketing that are just not needed for big franchise films that are already attracting viewers based on keywords in their titles. Like if you have the word Terminator in your title, you don't have to reveal that John Connor is also a Terminator and is actually the bad guy. Like, I'm not saying you should watch Terminator Genesis, I'm just saying they didn't have to spoil like the entire movie there. Weirdly enough, Marvel became notorious for keeping spoilers out of their marketing with big movies like Infinity War and Endgame, but it didn't seem like even they were keeping this up. One of the last trailers for Deadpool and Wolverine, which came out weeks before the movie, actually decided to spoil that X-23, played by Daphne Keane, is in the movie. Thankfully, I didn't watch this trailer or even hear about this spoiler. I don't know how, considering it was such a big movie, but this is a movie where cameos and surprise actors' appearances is the whole catch. This wasn't the only major cameo in the movie, thankfully, but it also leaves you questioning why a movie with Deadpool and Wolverine as its literal title, with 2 A-list actors in the role, even needed this spoiler, as if it was gonna make or break for other audiences. Marvel did something similar by revealing Patrick Stewart's appearance as Professor X in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness 3 months before the movie's release. I have no idea if this revelation in the trailer actually had any impact on the movie's box office numbers. I don't understand why you're doing this. You already have Doctor Strange in your title, you're teasing that Scarlet Witch is in this, you're just months after Doctor Strange's appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home, which made $1.9 billion. So why ruin this surprise? The answer is way less exciting than you'd think. The film industry, especially the theatrical market, is getting increasingly competitive, and not just for big blockbusters. Companion isn't the only original movie that spoiled much of its plot before it came out. Get Out famously spoiled the big twist, which, spoiler alert, I hope you've seen Get Out at this point, the twist that Allison Williams is actually in on the entire evil conspiracy. Why do trailers give away such massive and pointless spoilers? I don't know, but what I do know is that original movies have to fight tooth and nail to become big hits, especially when streaming is such a competition now. Another thing that's had a huge impact on the trailer industry is the prevalence of social media. While original movies are fighting to be seen on the big screen, franchise blockbusters aren't necessarily having it so easy either. Big franchise movies are coming out now on a weekly basis, and they're also starting to have to fight for your attention. Because when every big movie coming out is chasing headlines-worthy success and, maybe $1 billion, there needs to be something special worthwhile, or else audiences will become fatigued and decide that none of these big blockbusters are worth their time right now. And that's when social media comes in and starts to have a huge impact on the trailer industry. When a movie trailer drops, it's not just chasing box office revenue in a couple months when the movie comes out. It's chasing your views, your tweets, right now. A Captain America movie sounds cool, but a Captain America movie with the Red Hulk, that's going to get more traction online, that's going to get more people talking, even if that could have been a surprise for fans because it only gets revealed in the last half hour or so of the movie. A Fast and Furious movie is likely a hit, but a Fast and Furious movie with John Cena playing Dom's brother? Let me get on my Instagram right now. This is the thought process with a lot of studios and trailers, unfortunately. Sometimes they want to get as much masses talking, as much of the traction in the zeitgeist as they can, way before the movie even comes out. Do these spoilers have an actual impact on box office sales? Did the shot of Allison Williams holding a gun in the last 10 minutes of Get Out actually get more people to buy tickets to Get Out? Or was it just the rest of the trailer and great word of mouth? Did the knowledge of John Cena's character being Dom's brother in F9 actually make a difference in the box office sales compared to whether audiences went in thinking he was just another villain? Did more people go see Captain America Brave New World because they knew Red Hulk was going to be in it? Did more people actually go see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness because of the knowledge Patrick Stewart was going to be in it? I honestly don't know, and I don't think we have any proof for this besides social media traction before the movie comes out. And I honestly think that might be worth it for the studios because they need to find ways to stay relevant in the modern culture of technology and communication and so on. And again, with mid-budget and original movies, your attention isn't even guaranteed. I remember the trailer for Sinners, for example, which played in front of like every movie I saw for like a month, showed you so many of the movie's big action scenes and scares. And look, I don't think a trailer being 3 minutes long is the reason a movie like that becomes a huge success. I understand that with films like Companion or Sinners, studios feel like releasing this movie that isn't based on some existing IP is already a risk, and the way to reduce risk from here is to just lay everything out for you in the marketing. But we've seen that this isn't always the key to success. Longlegs, for example, had a very secretive marketing campaign, not showing even one shot of its A-list star Nicolas Cage in any of its trailers. It ended up making over $100 million in its theatrical run. Weapons, another original horror movie, also had a very secretive marketing campaign. The trailer reveals to you the basic premise: these kids have disappeared and the town is grieving from their loss. It stars Josh Brolin and Julia Garner, actors you know about, and it's a horror movie with some scares. The movie reveals a few, but not all, of the big jump scares in the movie to tease you what's coming, but it also doesn't really show you any of the stylistic risks the movie takes. It doesn't give away any of the real conflict or even if there is a villain. And as I'm recording this, Weapons, an original horror movie, topped the box office with over $70 million worldwide, facing off against movies that are sequels or based on existing IPs, like The Fantastic Four First Steps, The Bad Guys 2, The Naked Gun, and Freakier Friday. Creative marketing is a great way to pull away from the spoilers, but still grip onto the audience's attention. Oh, and it also also helps if you're a great movie. Trailers have become increasingly longer and spoiler heavy because of the increasingly competitive nature of the theatrical landscape, as well as the dangerous opponent of streaming. But to me, spoilers remove from the element of surprise or discovery when you're actually sitting and experiencing a movie in theaters. I honestly feel more excited for the movie the less I know about it, because there's still that element of not knowing what's going to happen, and that really enriches the theatrical experience for me. I stay away from most trailers now because studios are just unreliable with their spoilers. If it's a movie I know I'm gonna watch because of the actors or the director, there's a chance I'll just stay away from all of the trailers. If it's something I'm really excited for, like a Marvel movie or something that's a big blockbuster, I'll probably just watch one trailer, but there's no reason these days that I would ever watch more than one trailer for a movie, just because it's really dangerous. What would you like to see more from or less of in trailers these days? And are there any infamous incidents of spoilers in trailers that I forgot to mention? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to continue the conversation, and as always, stay tuned for more here on the channel.